The brothers, the apostles of James, script this one. Shalom to the brothers out there pushing this work in sincerity and in honesty. We really have a job to do on this earth, yeah, right? That's pertaining to prophecy and basically breaking down the lies that is taught in this society, right, with the truth of Yahweh Shem Shai. Because this video that I'm going to play, it's gonna break down this, like, yeah, it was in that time that the 666 mark was in effect, and we're here to tell you that the 666 mark, which is the mark of the beast, is basically Esau's system, right? Esau Edom system, which is active right now. The new world order, where you have the Internet of Things, right? The digital advancement, which entitles of the RFID chip, smart system, smart society, and basically the new world order, right? Where NATO and the EU is that beast, which it explains, and it's going to be a physical mark that's going to be punched in the skin and used for various type of things, which includes buying and selling, as the scripture mentions. Alright, so let's play this video and then break down the word.
These scholars believe that the number 666 in the book of Revelation is a reference to the Roman Emperor Nero, using a method known as gematria. Gematria is an ancient practice where letters are assigned numerical values, allowing names and words to be represented by numbers. In Hebrew, the letters...
And that's true, yeah? But that's not what the 666 break down as in the scriptures, right? In the passage, it doesn't break down as near or whatsoever they want to believe,
of Nero Caesar can be transliterated into numbers that add up to 666. This interpretation suggests that early Christians used this coded language to criticize Nero without directly naming him, offering a form of protection against persecution. Nero was infamous for his brutal persecution of Christians, his tyrannical reign, and his association with great evil, making him a fitting symbol of the beast in their eyes. By understanding this historical and linguistic context, we gain deeper insight into how early Christians viewed their oppressors and the symbolism behind the number 666, reflecting their struggles and the coded messages within the scripture. Many scholars believe...
So let's break down what the 666 actually means. This is Revelation 13 and verse 17. Verse 15, you say, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many would not worship the image of the beast, right? Which the beast is NATO and the EU, right? It should be not worship the image of the beast, should be killed. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. When did Nero basically did that? Because this is the thing, you cannot take it off and off, It's an entire thing, right? It speaks about when you take this mark, you're basically not going, or if you don't take this mark, rather, you're not going to be able to buy or sell. So whatsoever this mark is, you're not going to be able to buy or sell without it. And it's plain, yo, if you're moving into a digital society and you have a set of people that's not moving with it, right? When you digitize money and using money digitally, obviously there are the people that don't adapt to the ways will not be able to do it, right? Imagine everybody doing Apple Pay. What you think gonna happen to the others that don't, or the elders that don't really understand the Apple Pay thing? They're not going to be able to purchase things that is necessary to purchase via Apple Pay. So it's the same thing. If you don't have this device in your hand, which is an RFID chip, you're not going to be able to make purchases, right? So yeah, you call it all about small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. Yeah, let's get the mark. And this is a true something after word mark. Yeah, charagma, which means a stamp or an imprinted mark of a stamp on the forehead or the right hand of the body of the follower of the Antichrist. So yeah, that mark is going to be the RFID chip here, right? It's going to be pricked in your body to show exactly who you worship here, because if you receive this, it shows that you conform to Esau Edom society and you have Esau Edom as your God. Let me go back. And then you go into that word Karax, a peel or stick, polycide or ramp. That's what they use. That's a syringe they use to puncture that in your body. And you go down, it's a grapho to write with reference to form of a letter, to delineate or form letter on a tablet, parchment paper or other material, to write with reference to the content of writing, to express in written character, to commit to writing things not to be forgotten, write down record. And that's, we mention it constantly, things that not to be forgotten is your TRN, your birth certificate, government documents, right? Medical history. Those things are things that's going to be on this device, right? That's going to be written on this device. So the device that you're going to get in your right hand or forehead, it's going to have written information on it, right? And how it's going to have written information on it? Because it's going to be a device that basically have all your information. It's going to be technological advanced device, a documented device that's going to interact with the scanners that they're going to have in place to bring up your information, and then we get into that word, the famous 666 mark, and that no man might buy or sell save either that the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Yes, so if you don't have it, you cannot make transaction. So here is wisdom, let him that hath an understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 600, 66, right? Sky size stigma, right? And we get into the word. We get into the word stigma. It's a mark pricked in or brand upon the body, right? So it's going to be a mark that is punctured in your skin, right? Brand upon your body, right? It's a slave, soldier, board name, or the stamp of their master or commander, branded or pricked, cut into the body to indicate what master general they belong to. Yeah, so you get this mark, it shows which side you're on, and it's going to be cut into the body. What you think a needle does when you push it in your skin, it cuts in the body. It's just going to be a bigger needle that's going to basically um, put in this in your skin, right? So all these words combine together and show you exactly what the RFID chip is, but some would still not like to believe that it is the RFID chip, right? But what if some did not believe? Let me see if I can find the judgment. Burn. Receiver. I think it's where it is again. Okay, this is Revelation 14 and 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wrath of the wine of Yahweh, which is wrath of Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angel and in the presence of the Lamb. Yes, so you receive this, you're going to be burnt, right? Especially in America, you're going to be burned in the presence of the angels, right? Because the chariots are going to be there to add fire to fire, right? Yeah, and it's funny, it says, if any man, back to verse 9, if any man worship the beast and his image, and you realize in 13 it says, right, in 13 it doesn't mention yeah, it says, if you would not worship the image of the beast, you should be killed. And in the meaning it goes to say, which one in the mark? Yeah, it goes into that says, the mark stamp on the forehead or right hand as the badge of the follower of the Antichrist, right? And it goes down into the 666, which says, when a mark pricked in or brand upon the body, slave were the stamp of their master. So you receive this, you actually worshiping the image of the beast, right? Because you know call Esau Edom your master. So with that, I hope you was edified. Shalom.